Hello everyone, here are the latest market news on May the 18th, 2020. U.S. auto industry starts to reopen. The auto industry is slowly recovering in the United States, with American plants scheduled to reopen on Monday and suppliers prepared to maintain the sector that employs nearly 1 million people. General Motors Co., Ford Motor Co., and Fiat Chrysler Automobiles NV all have been preparing for weeks to reopen their North American factories in a push to restart work in an industry that accounts for about 6% of U.S. economic activity. However, a Ford spokeswoman said plants that were running on 3 shifts before the shutdown will reopen with 2, and those that were operating with 2 shifts will restart with 1. Meanwhile, automakers have rolled out a series of safety measures to protect workers, including the use of temperature monitors for those entering plants, personal protective equipment such as face masks and shields, revamped and deep-cleaned factory floors that emphasize social distancing, and more. Global shares rose, gold and oil near peaks. Global shares jumped on Monday and oil prices hit a 5-week peak as efforts to reopen world's economies raised hopes that countries can avoid the deep recession. The positive sentiment sent E-mini futures for the S&P 500 1.1% higher, while European pan-region EUROSTOXX 50 futures surged 1.8% and FTSE futures climbed 1.5%. In Asia, Japan's benchmark Nikkei rose 0.6%, and signs of a slowdown in coronavirus infections raised optimism that the country would soon ease restrictions in more prefectures. Chinese blue chips were also up 0.6%. In commodity markets, the flood of liquidity from central banks combined with record low interest rates drove gold to a 7-year high, while last time the metal traded 1.3% up at $1,763 an ounce. Oil prices also rose as demand recovered amid easing of travel restrictions, with Brent crude futures soared $1.08 to $33.58 a barrel, while U.S. crude increased $1.27 to $30.70 per barrel. Alibaba's Jack Ma resigns to focus on philanthropy. SoftBank Group Corp announced on Monday that Alibaba co-founder Jack Ma will resign from its board in the latest departure by a high-profile ally of CEO Masayoshi Son. The departure of Ma, who retired as Alibaba's executive chairman in September, comes as he pulls back from formal business roles to focus on philanthropy. SoftBank will propose 3 new appointments to the board at its annual general meeting on June the 25th. Separately, SoftBank got an approval for a second 500 billion yen, $4.7 billion tranche of share purchases to prop up the group's share price. The group has bought back more than 250 billion yen of its shares at the end of April. It has pledged to sell down or monetize $41 billion of assets to raise cash, with its stake in Alibaba, the portfolio's most valuable asset, seen as a likely target. Panasonic annual operating profit declines 29%. Japan's Panasonic Corp reported on Monday a 29% drop in annual operating profit amid the coronavirus pandemic, but said its battery cells joint venture with major customer Tesla Inc. marked the second straight quarterly profit without giving numbers. Panasonic did not issue an earnings forecast for the current year due to uncertainty from the virus. Meantime, company's operating profit for the year ended in March came in at 293.75 billion yen, $2.74 billion, in line with an average estimate of 295.3 billion yen from 17 analysts polled by Refinitiv.